Spurs do it again. They're leading 1-0 against 10 men. It's there for the taking. They're sitting third in the league, 3 massive points, and they sit back. They invite on the pressure. They stupidly go down to 10 men. Lucas Moura with an idiotic red card, a pointless red card. The team sitting back, absorbing the pressure instead of killing the game off. And Michael Keane with a thunderbolt. Michael Keane with the strike of his life gives Everton a much needed point, takes 2 away from Tottenham, and they bottle it again. Again. Spurs fans everywhere must be fuming tonight. Conte gone. An opportunity to start fresh, an opportunity to go out there and be what you want to be. Express yourself. Poor throughout the majority of the game, Tottenham were. They were handed some life from stupidity from Decore. 110% a red card. I honestly don't want to hear anybody defending it. If you want to come on and defend it, feel free to come on and make and make yourself look stupid, because it's beyond a red card. Yes, Harry Kane goes down easy. Yes, Harry Kane play acts. Yes, Harry Kane is frustrating to rivals that want to see him, fail and not do that. But it's a red card every single day of the week. You can't. He didn't just strike him. You see he's grabbing his face. It's a red card every single day of the week. That cannot be denied in any way, shape, or form. They were given life there. A penalty. 100% a penalty. It's no luck for Spurs. Just given some life from stupidity, really, from Decore. That put Everton under pressure. And then maybe the world's worst decision. That we've got a 1-0 lead. Sit back. Sit back. Sit back. Invite on pressure. Why? Why are Tottenham doing this? That's the question I've got for you, the audience, because I don't know. Why? Why sit back and invite Everton onto you? There's a moment where Christian Romero is playing out from the back. There's no need for it. It is actually stupid. Legitimately stupid. There is no need to do what they did. None. Antonio Conte called them out for being bottle jobs. He called them out for not having the courage to play. And you saw why tonight. You saw why tonight. And listen, my team drops to 5th. So I wanted Spurs to lose. But I'm not worried about Tottenham. Tonight is why I'm not worried about Tottenham. We've got 2 games in hand. We're level on points. We'll be 6. We'll finish. Man United will finish the season between 6 to 10 points ahead of Tottenham. I'm not worried about them. Newcastle, Brighton. I'm actually more worried still about Liverpool than I am Tottenham. Spurs fans think I'm being shady. They think I'm attacking you for no reason. I'm not doing it. I'm not attacking you for any other reason than you deserve to be criticized. You were sitting in 3rd, 52 points. And you needed it because Newcastle and Man United have got 2 games in hand over you. Brighton, that sit 3rd, have got 3 games in hand. If they win their 3 games in hand, they go 3 points ahead of you as well. Tottenham could end this season in 7th. They could end the season 6th or 7th. Hanging on for dear life. Awful. Awful in the end. And look, it was a thunderbolt goal. A strike for the ages. But the bit that will be frustrating, if I'm a Spurs fan looking at this, is why did we sit back? You had all the ball after they went down to 10 men. You scored and then let them play. Look, maybe it's a Conte style. Your assistant manager, I know he's from the Conte school. But for me, yeah, I'm legitimately shocked. Legitimately shocked that Tottenham just allowed that to happen. Even by Tottenham standards, that is beyond poor. Even by Tottenham standards. We have some super chats here. First one says, it happened again. That is from Debbie. Thank you very much, Debbie Lee. Daniel says, doesn't matter who is on the pitch or in the dugout, Tottenham will always be Tottenham. It has to be a mentality thing. It has to be a mentality thing that has this happen. There's no manager to blame tonight. It's the players. But every team that plays at Tottenham goes through this. You're right. The king of the choke off the hook again, Terry. Listen, Man United, if Liverpool and Spurs played to their full capacity this season, Man United probably wouldn't be in the top four race, but they're not. And it's opening the door for Man United. It's opening the door for Newcastle. Spurs are probably 10 to 15 points off of where they should be based on last season, the money they spent, the manager they had. And it doesn't exist. And it doesn't exist. So yeah, listen, maybe you could argue Man United are being let off the hook. I don't really care. But that's why I'm not worried about them. Man up with half an hour to go, and you look like the club in 18th, down to 10. Never seen a more pointless signing than Danjuma. Feel bad for him. Yeah, I hear you on that, and the attitude from your team is crazy. Peter here says didn't even notice that Conte wasn't there. To be honest, still the same football being played when Conte's assistant is in charge. Have fun, Spurs fans. It won't change, is what Peter has got to say here. And look, I'm not even laughing at Spurs tonight. Legitimately, I'm not. I'm actually angry at them. I don't even know how it's possible. I'm angry at them. As a Man United fan, I'm loving it. As a football person, what I've just seen, it's almost inexplicable. 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 Conte left his assistant to prolong the torture. Well, that's the issue with what they've done. They've left the man in charge whose philosophy is going to match that, and of the manager. It's honestly crazy when you think about it. It really is. Mark here says, but we Man United have to beat Brentford Wednesday, Terry. Yeah, we do. And I'm confident at home. Just look at Man United's home record. I'm confident about Man United in this top four race. I'm growing with confidence for Newcastle again. But I didn't think Liverpool and Tottenham were going to be back in January when I did my final predictions. I didn't think Tottenham and Liverpool would be this bad. Newcastle were finding form. It's terrible from them. It really is. It really is. And the amount of games they've bottled. Why angry? Do you know what it is? I get annoyed at stupidity. I'm annoyed at Decore. The stupidity to lash out like that. Why? There's no reason for it. There's no reason. If Spurs were away against 11 men and took a late 1-0 lead against City, I can understand them sitting back and trying to absorb. But it's Everton. They barely score goals. It's crazy. Dan Juma should join Everton like he was going to do. Yep. I think you're absolutely right there, Neeks. That would have been the best place, for him indeed. It absolutely would have been the best place. There's no doubt about it whatsoever. It really would have been. Sorry, there's people that are meant to be coming on the show, and I never know when they're arriving. So I got to chase them up. My guy Jerome here says 10 men Everton played better than us. Absolutely embarrassing, and sacking Conte was telling the truth. It's a great point. Terry, brother, didn't they say our race was run? They did. They did, my friend. X has a meltdown. There is no point where he starts cussing. Sorry. There is a point where he starts cussing underneath his breath like a child angry at his mum, but can't do better. Can't do anything. Sorry. Yeah, I can't wait to watch that later. Terry, it's the history of the Tottenham. It just is. It's ingrained in their DNA. It's ingrained in their DNA. After tonight, Danjuma regrets saying no to Everton. Yeah, I mean, Neek said the same thing. I, I totally agree. I absolutely agree with you. He's going to be sitting there thinking, why? I don't get any game time. I don't get shown any love. And Everton need a goal scorer. Let's take a drink of my water there. I think you're spot on. I think you're absolutely spot on when you say that. Spurs are mid once Harry Kane leaves. If he doesn't score, he wins them points through cheating. He didn't cheat tonight. He play acted. He went down soft. His wife might say to him later, "Come on, mate. I thought you were a bit harder than that." But anybody would want their player to do it. You've got to do it. If he stays on his feet, the Corey probably doesn't get sent off, so he has to do it. When I said we, I can't actually read. When I said we were Everton level, I was absolutely right. Yeah, you're spot on, Jerome. Absolutely spot on.